Tonight's guests, Chris Reinhardt, Adam Colt, David Ellis, and Tristan Yolton.
Looking back on the life that you're leaving, let it rest in a hole in the ground. Stick around for the great revealing, or the fire you've been dancing around. All we hear is the sound of retreating. No one cares where you're coming from. My ears are still ringing and beating. I guess we all knew from the start. These are the days my heart goes numb. You know, one of these days will be the one. You're looking for answers. Oh, what a disaster. These are the days my heart goes numb. My heart goes numb. Breathing the fumes of the ashes, the spirits light up the night, looking down the ash.
We're live from the Untold Radio Network. It's Untold Radio AM with Monster Quest producer, host Doug Hajicek, and co-host Jeff Perrella Jr. Untold Radio AM is going live right now.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. Yep, that's the ticket. Now here are your Untold Radio AM hosts, Doug Hajicek and Jeff Perrella Jr.
Hello, hello.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Doug.
How are you?
Good. Good to see you. You sounded good tonight.
Yeah. I'm over that flu. Thank
You
God.
sound better, and you got a mic that works. Call it a win.
Yeah, a lot of wins. Anyhow, so tonight we have what promises to be a very interesting evening.
Yeah.
And we are glad everybody is here. We are doing a roundtable discussion on sound. It's been a while. Chris Reinhardt has recorded a whole series of new sounds. Some I think you're going to be pretty thrilled to hear. Some pretty weird stuff. And so Adam was involved in finding, going through all of Chris's stuff. And then, of course, David Ellis, who was also joining us, went through and, studied the sounds and peeled away any audio noise and stuff so we can hear them. And then we have Tristan Yolton, who is somebody who has been heavily involved in sound for quite a long time. And so Tristan will be here too.
Yep. Got a great group of guests tonight. Can't wait.
Yeah. And so what else we have? And then, since Adam's already here, he's going to be doing our tech breakdown tonight on some new optical equipment that you're definitely going to be interested in.
Yeah.
I was wowed when he was telling me about this new piece of gear that's available now.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Nobody knows about. Yeah. So we've also got, tech breakdown. I mentioned Adam's doing it. We've got clip picks, weird news. What else?
Fast news.
Weird and fast news. And
No contest.
No, we're not doing any contest tonight.
No contest.
Maybe
Nope.
we are. I don't know what we're doing. So anyhow, hang tight, get comfy, journals, ding, lights down, grab a warm beverage, but not like Jeff. Do not grab something like Jeff grabs.
Wow. Never going to let that go, are you?
No, never.
Not till next New Year's Eve. Okay, fair enough.
Never. No.
Fair enough.
Anyhow, snug in. Again, turn the lights down. And let's just go ahead and get our evening going.
All right, time for some weird and fast news.
I'm ready.
It's time for weird and fast news. Yeah! It's time for weird and fast news.
All right, what do we have first? So tonight, I'm going to give you kind of a rundown. We have a story on octopus deception, rogue black holes, lightning-proof trees, robot bees, mysterious blinking stars, and a new possible giant mega otter. And then we're going to talk just a tad bit about all the planets that are lining up tonight.
That's pretty wild. I didn't see it good last night. I went and looked. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And they're going to be lined up for a little while, I guess.
Yeah.
So you've got
I think last night was the best, but I couldn't see real good from where I'm at.
Yeah, you have a day or two.
Yep.
All right. First off, marine biologists just documented an octopus that didn't just camouflage like they normally do. It actually pretended to be a jellyfish to get close to its prey instead of hiding. It pulsed, it drifted like a jellyfish, mimicking tentacles until it was close enough to strike. Now, this may be the first known case of a predator mimicking a dangerous species, not for defense, but for deception. The ocean continues to be a psychological thriller, I guess.
That's
and look
amazing.
at that. Actual picture of a octopus
photograph.
wearing a jellyfish hat.
You skipped over, though. I love the title for this.
The octopus
story.
that lied.
The
Sorry.
octopus that lied. That
Yes.
could be like a movie title. I love it.
The octopus that lied. Yeah. So yeah, they are just
They're amazing.
the more they study them, the more and more they're getting
Absolutely bizarre.
more alien-like. Yeah,
Yep.
they're really freaky. Just thank God they're in the ocean. Thank God they're small, right?
Yeah.
Because they could be quite an enemy if they were big and living amongst us. It wouldn't be good.
No.
All right, then we have rogue black holes that are on the move. Please stay away from Anoka. Astronomers may have found a black hole wandering through space after being kicked out of its home galaxy. They can see it directly, but they can see how it bends. They can't see it directly, but they can
Right.
see how it's bending light behind it. And that's how they've been tracking it. A gravitational ghost drifting through the cosmos. Scientists are now watching where it goes because it passes near a star frame or a star system. Things could get really interesting. Be like the Hoover vacuum.
It's called gravitational lensing. It actually diverts the path of light. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. What would we do? Oh, what else we have here? Then we have AI now that is figuring out physics, which is what could go wrong here.
What could go wrong?
Researchers just built an AI model that learns physical laws on its own. Instead of feeding it equations, they gave it raw data, and it independently now has identified patterns that match real-world physics. The next frontier, AI that proposes new laws of the universe. The question
amazing.
becomes, how do we know if it's right, if AI is right, giving us true info?
All right, who knows?
I don't know.
Pretty wild.
Then, if you want to know where your tax dollars are going, they are developing lightning-proof trees. Scientists have developed a gene-edited trees, not just a tree of trees, that can resist lightning strikes by altering conductivity in the bark and roots. Lightning may pass through without getting the tree on fire, igniting the tree. If this scales, it could reduce wildfire risks in storm-heavy regions. Now, come on.
That doesn't seem like a good idea to me. That's a function of nature to do that.
I'm just like, oh my
I don't
God.
think that's a good idea at all.
Nature meets electrical engineering. I'm not so sure what could go wrong. Let's see.
Yeah, it's Seems like a bad idea to me.
Yeah, anytime you mess with nature, I'm just like, I don't know. Now, the next story is also a little scary. Robotic pollinator bees. This is the ultimate messing with nature. So engineers have actually built a tiny robotic pollinator. I should say pollinators that flap their wings like bees and deliver pollen mechanically. These nanobots could help compensate for declining bee populations. But they also raise a big question. Are we building a synthetic ecosystem to replace the natural one? This is fascinating and extremely unsettling.
No good, man. How about we just work on getting more bees? Doesn't that make more sense?
Yeah. I don't know what I would do if I saw a nano bee. I think that would be world changing. I'd be like, oh boy.
Be upsetting.
Yeah, but of course, it'll have cameras in it.
Yeah. Probably are. I'm sure they already exist. There's probably been nanobots in your house.
It says they have
already.
them. Yeah, they're using them.
You've been spied on already, guaranteed.
The star that keeps blinking is our next story. Astronomers are monitoring a star that's dimming in irregular patterns that do not match known explanations. Not planets, not dust, not rotation. The pattern is structured but strange. Exotic cosmic rings, unknown physics, or just something we don't understand yet. The universe still has mysteries. Oh, really?
Lots of them.
Oh, really? And then for our seventh little weird and fast news, the mega otter maybe has been spotted. Fishermen in South America are reporting a massive otter-like creature, larger than any known species. And I know they have giant otters down there, but this apparently is quite a bit bigger. Photos show a long serpentine ripples in the water. Scientists say it's probably misidentification, but similar reports keep coming. Satellite thermal imaging may be used next. Cryptozoology is back in the water.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, and there's an actual picture right there.
An actual photograph.
Yeah, the mega
giant otter.
Yeah, that's
It
like
should be a sci-fi movie. Giant
10
otter.
feet long. At least 10 feet. And then, as we mentioned, the planets are lining up. This week, several major planets, including Venus, Jupiter, and Mars, are clustering visibly in the twilight sky. Not a perfect line, but a rare visual grouping from Earth's perspective. It's a reminder that we live inside a very much a moving machine of gravity and light. No physical impact here, just a cosmic show worth stepping outside for. So if you want to see something neat, go outside.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so there you go. And then we have our weird fact of the week. I'm not sure we did that one last week. I think we skipped one.
I think we did skip it.
Yeah, so you know what I did?
Not one, but two weird facts
two.
of the week.
So weird facts of the week.
Weird. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
It's now time for Untold Radio Weird Fact of the Week. That is kind of weird.
All right. Now that we know octopuses lie, we also know octopuses have 3 hearts, blue blood, but did you know they can edit their own RNA?
Yeah.
So
there's nothing else on the planet.
Yeah, of course. As their 2 hearts pump blood into the gills, one pumps it to the rest of the body. And when they swim, the heart that feeds the body actually stops beating, which is why they prefer crawling. The blue blood is because it uses copper instead of iron, which is odd, to transport their oxygen. But here's the wild part. Octopuses can rewrite portions of their own genetic instructions in real time. Boy, Bill Gates would love this guy.
Yeah.
Allowing them to adapt to cold water and other environmental changes without waiting for evolution to catch up. So while humans argue about upgrades, the octopus has already been patching his own biological software for millions of years.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so there you go. So apparently they can adapt to like cold water. They can fine-tune their nerve signals, adjust brain functions, react to environmental stresses. So they don't wait around. They just go at it.
Absolutely amazing.
Yep. And then our next weird fact of the week is in 1938, a fish thought to be extinct for 66 million years, the coelacanth, was pulled up in a fisherman's net off the coast of South Africa. Before that moment, it only existed in fossils alongside dinosaurs, and scientists were convinced it had vanished at the end of the Cretaceous period. That's 66 million years ago, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
About 60 million, yeah.
Yeah, then suddenly it was alive again.
Yeah, about 60 million years ago.
Yeah.
65
Swimming.
million. Whatever.
What if it's 67, Jeff?
Sure. I think it's 65.
Would you accept that?
Sure.
Okay. Just making sure. Anyhow, so they call it a Lazarus species, something believed to be extinct that turns out to be very much alive. So, and for decades before 1938, there were scattered rumors of local fishermen about strange, ancient-looking fish living in deep water, but they were dismissed as folklore. Turns out folklore was right. So the next time somebody laughs at reports of unknown creatures, deep rivers, or creatures in remote forests, just remember the coelacanth and remind them of that.
You ever seen the video of it? There's actually video of a living one. It's pretty wild. It's a lobefin fish.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They don't move like anything else. They're called a lobefin fish. So like their fins are on the end of like little stubby little appendages, and
Really?
they move really weird. Yeah, there's a couple of them that have been filmed alive. They're almost dead, but they are on video swimming. It's bizarre.
Huh. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
The fish that reminds me of a coelacanth is those little tiny betas that they sell at the Walmarts or the pet stores. You know, those things, those fish that live in a little jar.
Yeah.
Colored blue or red or whatever. Is that what they look like? Only
Not
bigger?
at all. Not at all.
Okay. Anyhow. I think they've been extinct for 68 million years.
You could be right.
I'm moving it up. Okay. Well, let's get into our clips. I think we have
quick.
everybody in our back room, and then we're going to do tech breakdown. So
Sounds
I
good.
hope Adam's ready.
You better.
Is
Are
Adam
you ready
ready?
back there, Adam?
Are you ready, Adam?
He's ready. All right.
Thumbs up, man.
Let's do some clips.
All right, clip one.
No, clip two. Clip one. I couldn't download clip one, so let's go to clip two.
No.
Well,
That
let's
was
see
the
here.
most
Hold on.
that
Is
was
it?
the
Well,
most
I can.
interest-
I
All right.
can't. Hold on.
Well, I
hold
can
on. Hold on.
explain it. I can explain it. And
I
it's-
can play it. It just didn't download good. So
What do you mean it didn't download good? Yeah, I don't want to know. Anyhow, but
yeah, I can play it off of my.
you got
Facebook.
another way. Okay, go ahead. and
Another
play
way.
it. This is interesting. How a plant can change.
So apparently at Princeton University, researchers ran these very strange experiments. They put a plant in a sealed dark room, no windows, nothing, and this plant obviously needs light to grow, right? So they install one single light on the ceiling and then move the plant in one corner of the room. And now the light they installed was designed to rotate randomly into one of the four corners of the room. It was controlled by a random generator, so statistically the light should hit each quadrant equally. But that's not what happened, because over time the light started shining more and more often on the plant, which should be impossible, as if the plant was bending the probabilities in its favor to get what it needed. So if simple life forms can influence reality, what does it mean about us? Let me know what you think. Is this coincidence or something deeper? Okay, I need you to watch this
All right.
because this is insane.
that's pretty wild.
Now, isn't that wild? How a plant can influence a random number generator. So that's all about manifesting. And then clip two, I thought it was cool because This guy obviously is an amazing athlete, but watch what he can do to a horse. Go ahead. Must be a Russian circus or something. Just makes that look so easy, Jeff.
Jeez.
All right. So I get out of bed in the morning. Exactly.
Right.
All right, clip 3. Now, the sound is good. This is just really cool because it's an orangutan father, but he's a good dad. You got to see this. They're such a Star Wars animal, aren't they?
Oh, they're bizarre looking, aren't they?
Yeah, what is with all that, all the things they
Yeah,
have?
they're just it's a strange
They have
animal.
a lot of extra things.
Mhm.
Clip 4, since we're going to be talking about sound, this is a Siamang monkeys, and they have this pouch, and they are really loud. Go ahead and play this. And Jeff Meldrum and I talked about, he believed that Bigfoots have a air sac, but it's not on the outside, it's on the inside of their body, which is
Interesting.
why they can do so many loud things with their sounds.
They sure can vocalize, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then clip 4 is a howler monkey, and this is also a great clip. Demonstrates. They sound like they're about 800 pounds.
Wow.
Play that again. Interesting. All right. After a lot of beers.
That's what I sound like in the morning, I think.
Clip 5. This amazes me, the guts that it would take to do this. How fast do you think this guy's going? To get this kind of air. I watch this. It's not real high, but it's the speed that would take him out. You're just blind.
That's crazy.
I believe that was a record.
Yeah, I think so. I've seen that clip before. I think that is the record.
Yeah.
That's
All
nuts.
right. And speaking of records, clip 6, this is the world's fastest little RC car, and they got it up to 243 miles an hour. What could go wrong?
A little loud.
Builds this thing. Should be kind of a fun project. Builds a very aerodynamic. He gets this thing up to 243 miles an hour, which I believe is the record for an RC.
How do you drive something like that? You can't stay within range of it. You know what I mean?
don't know.
It's going by so dang fast.
I don't know.
That's amazing.
He must have built, I'm thinking he must have built in some type of a steering stabilizer that managed kind of like a Segway, so if it went too far right, it corrected itself.
Self-correcting. Could be.
Yeah.
Probably has a gyro in it, yeah.
Yeah, he must have had a hell of a gyro in there. All right, clip 7. The sound is good. This is interesting.
Beneath the Antarctic
Icicles.
ice forms
That's
the
all right, go
Brinnacle,
ahead.
known as the Finger of Death. Supercooled brine from newly frozen surface water sinks in a dense plume, freezing seawater around it into a hollow icicle that grows downward at up to 30 centimeters per hour. When it reaches the ocean floor, this deadly tube unleashes a freezing cascade that traps and kills starfish, sea urchins, and other bottom-dwelling creatures in seconds.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I've seen that before. That is nuts.
Yeah, that's at the bathroom at the gas station. Okay, what do we got here?
Clip 8.
Nothing like anomalous freshwater ice tubes. All right, clip 8, sound is good. This takes island hopping to a whole new. It's got to be a Red Bull. Yep. Jeff's going to practice this.
That's amazing. Takes some guts.
Jeez. Nuts. All right. Clip 9. The sound is good. This clip's a bit long, but I think it's worth it. I mean, you've heard of the Rube, the Goldberg machines, like the mouse trap and things, but this takes it to a whole new level. Go ahead and play it. Somebody's got way too much time on their hands.
No kidding.
I like the flame under the butter.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, just enough angle to get that butter going. Don't try this at home. All right, better kill the sound. Kill it. Kill the sound. There we go. It's like, really? It's just jerking on the rope to pull the laptop down. This is my favorite part, the wheel with the notch out of it.
This guy got way too much time on his hands. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah. To get all that set up, he ducks. Just to get another piece of pie and a cherry. There you go. Okay, that's enough of that crap.
That's pretty good.
All right, clip 10. This is pretty cool. The sound is fine. This is very much a hypnotizing miniature of, I believe this is the ocean. Yeah, the ocean in the background. Quite an effect using point mapping, fabric, projectors.
Wow.
It's just so
it's all
cool.
miniature. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. And then we have a miniature waterfall construction, clip 10A, which is pretty interesting. I like miniature stuff.
Me too.
This is a waterfall that they're recreating somewhere in existence. That's just cool. All right,
really
now we
cool.
have the world's most crooked church. I don't know if it was built this way on purpose or if it's by accident. The world's most crooked church.
Feels really uncomfortable.
I can imagine.
I'm getting a headache, man. Oh, I'm dizzy.
Oh, my God. Wow.
All right. Have you ever seen those, they claim them, those anti-gravity mines? That's how they do that. Yeah, they just built them all. They get you all discombobulated and build them all crooked. All right, clip 12. Sound is good. This is a waterfall that goes up instead of down. because of the winds.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's one of the only waterfalls that just constantly goes upwards into the sky.
Never seen that before.
Oh. Well, that's good. And I think our last clip, is the sound is good. This is a Yellowstone stampede of bison that are being chased by wolves. Go ahead. You got to see this. They're a little unsettling. Not because of the wolf, probably.
Man, I'd be on that snowmobile going full speed out of there.
This wolf's like, okay, what do I do here? How do we get around you guys?
Yeah, if I was on one of them sleds, I'd have been bailing. I wouldn't want to be near that.
Yeah, and then let's just go ahead and do this fact or fake, which is really quick.
Okay.
And this was from the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization.
Okay.
And I had not seen this footage, and we'd love to hear your comments in chat and in the actual comments. Go ahead and play.
Is it BS, fake as funk? Have we been punked? Is it BS, fake as funk? Have we been punked?
There we go.
Look how big it is. It's just chilling.
It makes sense to me, though, when something's up on it, far away like that.
I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
What do you think,
Because look,
Jeff?
he's on the mountain, way far back on the mountain. But look how huge he is.
We went up and investigated the Provo Bigfoot sighting and wanted to show you some of the things that we found. It snowed 4 days after, so it would have covered up any of the tracks. And during that 4 days, I believe I'm the only one that made it up there. At least I'm the only one with video evidence of actually making it to the spot where the Bigfoot was. The guys that filmed it tried later on that afternoon and come up to some rock face walls and stuff and didn't quite make it up there. And then a guy a day after me or 2 days after me, he tried making it up there. And he couldn't. It warmed up and got too wet and sloppy. So we studied the mountain for a couple of hours before I headed up, and we kind of mapped out a way to get up there to avoid the rock walls and everything.
But you get an idea.
Yeah.
It's too bad it's blurry.
Another blob squatch. It's interesting.
It's interesting, though. All right. Tech breakdown. So we're going to end up bringing on our first guest.
Okay.
And we'll introduce Adam. I think most people know who Adam is.
Hope so.
He is the crazy man who goes out alone solo camping and
in his teepee.
In a teepee and puts up lots of crazy cameras. So anyhow, here's Adam Colt with our tech breakdown.
All right, and welcome, Adam.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on again.
Yeah.
Are you recovered?
Kind of. I'm still a little sick, so
yeah.
It's going around right now. It's going around, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. Right. So okay, so tell us how you came upon getting this little piece of technology.
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter that just popped up in one of my feeds, or maybe on Facebook or whatever, and I took a look at it. I'm like, looks kind of interesting. Jeff, I did send you a clip I made earlier today.
Yep.
Last minute. Hopefully you got it. Yep.
The one that says compare night vision, that one?
Yeah. So I'll show you the device. It's got a weird name. It comes in a nice, cool little carrying case like this. It's called Acaso, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, but this is the little guy right here. It's a new color night vision with theoretically a high def sensor. So you can see it's not very big. I'll put it up next to my head so you can see the size of it. But it's one of the smaller pieces of tech I have, but it's really kind of cool. And so I took it out last night and drove to a darker part of the city. with some trees and some lakes and stuff. And I just jumped out of the car and just started filming. But what I did for you guys is I filmed with my iPhone as well. So on the theoretically on the right side of the screen, you'll be seeing the iPhone, and it's just regular light, but you can see how dark it was out when I was there.
So you're filming through the eyepiece with your iPhone.
I know. I'm filming the iPhone. I'm filming just the darkness with my iPhone.
No.
But the Acaso actually has a built-in recorder. So what you're seeing is directly recorded on the Acaso.
Gotcha.
So yeah, just go ahead and play it. But this is you can see both of them are synced up here, and you can see the private drive sign in both of them. And in my vision, in normal.
Obviously, it's a world better than an iPhone. So you can see how low light. I mean, that's pretty low light. What did it look like to your eyes, Adam?
Oh, we lost Adam. Hold on.
Oh no!
He froze up.
Unlock, Adam. Unlock. There. Gee.
I don't know where he went.
Must have been his Acaso. Got him. You think?
Yeah, wait for him to come back. Hold on.
Come back, Adam.
Gotta reboot, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Did Adam freeze? Yep, he did.
Oh, a guest has, one of our audience here has an Acaso too.
Yeah, and how do you like it? How do you like your Acaso? And what model do you have? The same one?
Looking at his comment here.
I think Adam was abducted by aliens. There he is.
There he is.
Are we back?
Yeah, here we are.
Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, you locked up. All good.
Yeah. So where did we leave off?
You got zapped by the Cuban sound missile.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So anyways, it is a color night vision. Obviously, one of our the viewers has one. They have binoculars. This is the monocular. It's brand new, and it was on Kickstarter. I don't know if you can buy it directly from them, but I know they were taking the time to fulfill all their Kickstarters first. But go ahead and show that clip and you can see that it's.
Well, we did.
Played it.
My question is, what will it do in moonlit night? What do you think it'll end up doing?
It'll look like daylight. That's what's kind of cool, and it's color. So if you looked at the clip, and I saw part of the clip before it crashed.
We watched it.
What's the cost roughly?
Did I bail? Did I log off?
Yeah, you locked up and disappeared.
Okay. Gotcha.
But we saw the clip. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like daylight. It doesn't look like night vision at all.
Looks like daylight. Yeah.
So, and it's quite clear. So it looks like they're being truthful with the high def.
Yeah, I mean, and it's got a nice little focus ring on the front of it too, so you can actually kind of dial in the focus. I know a lot of, monoculars and stuff. You just point and click, and there's no focus on it. So there you go. It is not the same as thermal imaging, correct? It is a night vision, so it's using IR technology and not the thermal technology. So
that's pretty cool.
Just a new fun little piece of kit, and thought I'd tell people about it.
Well,
what's the
cool
price?
Because how would you compare it to the Sony A7?
I think the A7 has better definition.
Okay.
But I think this is way more. I mean, this is $300, maybe $350.
Yeah, versus like $8,000 that you're gonna have into an
Sony is $3,000 just for a body.
And then the lens and
exactly.
So this definitely probably would be a really good investment.
I mean, you can't really go wrong for a couple $100, And
that's cool.
Add a new piece of kit to your tech. I'm always looking for good deals and low budget stuff, and so hope you enjoyed that. I'm glad you guys got to see the clip.
Yeah, and so I think we maybe you can get us a link for the. Usually those Kickstarters are still up.
Okay.
And maybe you can get us a link, and Jeff can post it in the description.
Well, sure. I thought it was a new company, but obviously some of the viewers already have their binoculars and stuff like that. So it sounds like they're just kickstarting some of their new tech.
Oh, very cool.
So probably acaso.com. So here's the.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, this just came in the mail to me a couple days ago, and I was on the Kickstarter, so I don't know how many people have these, but I remember waiting.
Is there an IR emitter on there at all?
Yeah, as far as I know, there is an emitter on here. I don't know the distance of it, but it looked pretty good. And I was out in the night, and it picks up a lot of the natural IR as well. So I'm interested in using it with my floodlights this summer. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Well, now stick around because we are going to, I guess, just take a quick break and then bring everybody on.
Yep. All right. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back just in a few minutes.
Bigfoot through paranormal mystery stories that come alive. A BT, a mercy book technology. Hanger one publishing. Step inside. Step inside.
Catch this hot new release from White Wolf Entertainment Records, The Quiet Part Out Loud, by Eli Coulter, available on Spotify and Amazon Music, plus everywhere good music is found.
You don't have to say a word, not reading your mind. You can fill up a room with 1,000 subtle signs. I finally locked in, finally figured it out. Your beautiful face says the quiet part out loud. Every glance had a meaning.
Today, a teardrop from
Catch this hot new release from White Wolf Entertainment Records. Teardrop by Brenna Lee is available on Spotify and Amazon Music. Plus, everywhere great music is found for download.
Round and clear beneath the light. As I watched you say goodbye, I was so numb, how could I cry? Yet a teardrop from my eye. Does this storm bear another name? Is there someone?
And we're back.
Yeah, and so let's bring on David Ellis from the Olympic Project, Chris Reinhardt from the Real American Monsters podcast, who recorded the sounds, and Tristan Yolton, who resides out west and does a whole lot of recording. Hey, Chris.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Hey.
You got to do your signature hello, hello, hello.
Hello, 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 my friends in Monsterland.
There we go. There. Now it's official. Anyhow, so night, David.
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Good. Long time no talk.
Good to see you guys.
This afternoon.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Anyhow, Chris, so we're going to address these sounds first. So why don't you just explain, in maybe as quick as you can, about this property and why you left a recorder there.
Okay, so the property that we captured these vocals, so-called vocals, is in Winstead, Connecticut, where I'm from. I researched this area for 6 years. The habituation area. We traded. We did a whole bunch of experiments there. We gathered a lot of information at this place, and the property was sold. And we couldn't get back in there for a couple of years. We decided to start filming, doing these travel documentaries, and we were looking for a place to set up one night just to see, just to get some night footage for what we were filming. So I'm like, well, let's just go to Larry's. We'll go in as far as we can. That's the name of the property, Larry. We'll go in as far as we can. We'll set up there, and we'll see what happens. Well, we set up there that night. We brought a couple chairs in. We sat down on the edge of the property line where we could be in the dark, no lights, no nothing. And just like when I was there before, they came in, knocked behind us, threw stones at us. And as the night progressed, it got really cold. It was in August, and it got down to like 48 degrees here in Connecticut in August last year. And we're in T-shirts, and we're not dressed for 48-degree weather. And so we decided to tie the recorders up in the trees. Might as well keep recording because they were there. And we split, and then we came back the next day and gathered up the recorders. And then I went home and started going through them. And the rest is history. I found what I thought to be yells and whoops and whatever. And then I sent them out to Adam, and then I sent them out to David. And the rest has been history since then. We've been going back and forth now with these recordings for a few months now, just to dot our I's and cross our T's to make sure what we're listening to is what, in my opinion, could be a Sasquatch vocals in this area. And we have 3 different individuals, and David will talk about more about that, how he, how he comes up to the analogy. No, yeah, I can't even talk. How he came up with the new program that we're using, and how he can tell that there was 3 different separate individuals. And this program is unbelievable, and the cleanup is unbelievable. And Adam and David are 2 of the best out there in the business at cleaning this stuff up and finding it. And I'm just privileged to have them, help me out and work close to me and have them as my friends. And we're here to let people listen to it tonight.
Awesome.
So, Adam, when you first got them, obviously they weren't as clean as, and they were probably hard to even pick out of all these hours.
Chris sent me the amazing clip first that got me really interested in it all. And I'm like, okay, I want to hear the original because I'm always the guy who wants to hear the original unedited version. And so he sent me a 3-hour clip and said, here you go. And I sat down and started going through it and started finding all the little nuggets of everything inside there. And so Chris is like, yep, keep doing it. Keep doing it. I'm like, well, it takes me like 6 hours to go through 1 hour of your audio. And so I put about a week into that project. And then I sent Chris back all the clips that were enhanced with volume and a little bit of noise reduction. And then from there, David took over and really got down to the nitty gritty and stripped away a lot of the stuff. So,
yeah. So, David,
yes, sir.
How much time did you put into these clips, do you think?
Well, not as much as these guys. I've refined my process so that I can get at it quick.
Okay.
It takes me probably 3 hours maybe to do a real thorough edit. And the process is, as I've told Chris and Adam and you, Doug, that I kind of akin to shaving a light edit, and I keep going back to the original to make sure that I'm not adding artifacts and not changing the sound.
Yeah, so you're sneaking up slowly.
Yeah.
But David, you're spending 3 hours on a what? On a 30, 40-second clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
wow.
I spent 6 hours listening to an hour of raw material.
Right. No. I used to do it by ear, and in 2010, I was bemoaning the fact that I was falling asleep listening to audio clips to my mentor, Monongahela, and he says, "Why are you listening to him? Why don't you look at him?"
Yeah.
And it kind of, my mind exploded. What do you mean look at audio?
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense. And then he taught me what a spectrogram was. And then I have a very close friend, Johnny Manson, in the radio business that was looking at what I was doing. He says, you might want to try this audio platform called Spectral Layers. And I said, well, what is that going to do? And he said, well, it's professional editing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I back in 2013, 14 or so, I purchased Spectral Layers. Back then it was $800. Now it's like a couple $100, but the version that I have allows me to do editing that the current version doesn't do. So I'm glad that I've got this old version that still works for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. Okay, so Chris, do you want to do the honors, you and David, on introducing these different clips? And
All right, well, David's probably got them all organized and numbered, I'm sure.
Actually, I don't this time. I just rifled them off to Jeff, and so
I've got stuff from everybody, and I have file names on them. So if you let me know the file name, I've got them all ready to go.
I wasn't certain exactly what we were going to talk about tonight, so I left it up to you guys how you wanted to handle it. So, if you want to read me some titles, Jeff, I can.
Well, I've got Chris's stuff here first. I've got one that says Adam Original, Adam Edit, August 3001B, August 3001C.
Okay, all right, hold on. And I'll tell you which ones to start with. So,
sure.
The one to start with was the hold on, I'll find. I'm just waiting for it to come across here.
Sure.
Tristan, have you recorded anything new lately?
I recorded a couple of things a few months ago. When the most recent thing was when I was at Trout Lake. I think I mentioned this on the last time I was on your show, and I actually sent that clip to Jeff. But
you haven't been on my show in over a year and a half.
I've got some clips from Tristan.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually on your show like a little while ago.
You were on Chris's show.
No, I was actually on this show again.
Okay. Good night, everybody. I'm losing my mind.
And I mentioned that I captured something at Trout Lake.
Okay.
It sounded like something bipedal walking up to one of my recorders, and it bonks it. And you can actually hear that.
We're gonna talk about mic bonking too.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, do you have your clips yet, or
I'm all good up. So, Jeff, you want to put in the whoop, knock, start, change is the first file you want to play. So This is when we first sat down and we were waiting there and to see what was going to happen. This is what happened right off the bat. They came in behind me like they used to, and I had to change some of the voices. So if the voices sound weird, that's because someone that was there isn't part of it anymore, and I just thought that was the proper thing to do instead of playing the other voice. But you can let that one. This is what happened when we first sat down.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. Yep. That was close too.
So they came in right behind us, and that was probably 20 to 25 yards right in back of us, and that knock came. You could hear the whoops at the beginning. I didn't amplify him too much, but there's a whoop, and then all of a sudden you hear that knock, and he's like, "Oh, that was close."
Yeah, I was extremely distinct.
So then the next one would be the rock throw one. I got this. I did all the first clip, and then the ones that David sent you were probably the ones with the singing and or whatever they're doing. So
yes.
So all right. So the next one, play the rock. It's just we were sitting there and a rock came flying through the foliage, and that's all this is. I'm sure everybody's heard it before, but I'm just trying to line up everything as we go along. So.
Okay, here we go.
So you can hear the rock come through the trees and then land down into the creek. You want to try it one more time? But
sure, you can play it again.
Something happened.
I got to jump in and say something. I don't think this has ever been done, a video show about audio before. We're gonna have
Well, I think we should do an audio show about video then.
All right. Well, we don't have to play the rock again. Everybody's, I'm sure, has heard rocks coming. All right. So play Adam original. So this is the first one. This is the first clip that I sent to Adam, and then this is the clip that I sent to David also, amongst other clips. But this is the one I found.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. So, and then the next clip you want to play is Adam edit. Now, this is what Adam came up with.
Okay. Here we go.
So we missed the beginning part. We might want to try that one more time.
Sure.
So that little piece at the end, that final 2 seconds, that's traffic. That's traffic from the road. That's got a little bit amplified. And,
those definitely have the wow factor, Chris.
Yeah.
Now Adam can explain to what he did to him. Then I got David. David's next. I got him his edits, and he got spectrograms too. And so
yeah. So I was interested in just bringing up the scream and just kind of maxing it out so people could hear it. Because obviously when Chris we just played the original, you could barely hear anything in it. And so there was a lot of audio that was deep in the woods, very low volume. So I basically just kind of enhanced that with a little bit of noise reduction, some compression, and just some gain changes. So it was really simple, no DSP or AI processes on it at all. I did send another clip to Jeff. We'll take a look at it later, but I revisited that clip tonight and found a whole nother layer in there that's pretty interesting. So, but let's hear David's version and take on this.
All right. So Jeff, did you get the spectrograms? Did that load down? Did you have to go into Google and get them?
I didn't get any spectrograms, no.
All right.
And Jeff, take note of that last clip because we're going to definitely want to revisit that again.
Sure. Yep. I got it here.
Because that one's pretty insane. But there's more insane ones coming up, guys.
All right. So,
so the file that I'm interested in playing is 77 _ crazy voices and singing in the woods, SL and Nero RVB.
All right. Get that one pulled up here.
The best part about this recording is these guys keep on pulling different stuff out as we're going along, and it's pretty incredible that what they're finding. I mean, you never would imagine that this would be in Northwest Connecticut ever. But
Chris, can you describe the area real quick?
So the area is very woodsy. It's private property. At the beginning of the property is Larry's house, my buddy that researched with me, investigated whatever he wanted for all them years. And in back of his house is all private land, and it's empty for, I don't know, I got a map for over, what did we come up with, Dave? Over a mile until there's the next road over. So it's just space and space and space in back of there. And there's a swamp out and back. I mean, we traveled back there for 6 years. Pretty incredible, everything that went on back there. But
is there water, creeks nearby? And
there's a creek that runs. We have to cross the creek to get in there from Larry's home. We have to walk across the creek.
At any point, did you guys try to walk towards the sounds? I would imagine you didn't. I wouldn't.
Well, that night we didn't hear those. We had already left. So this was after an hour we left. These the recorders were hanging in the trees. But we were there for the rock toss and the knock.
Yeah, that's why you left the recorders. You knew there was some activity going on.
Yeah. Never in a million years did we think that I never heard anything like this in Connecticut ever before. So this was the first time.
All right.
What's the approximate time those occurred?
So 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock are all in that range. Is when it went down. I think 1 o'clock is when the strange, the voices, the howling and the arguing started.
When did you, Tristan, in all your recordings, did you ever have a time that you felt they were more vocal? Was there kind of a peak?
Well, I mean, like the Bumping Lake chorus, that was around 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah. So that's why I asked that question, because I think 2 a.m., 3 a.m. is more of the sweet spot for those kind of vocalizations, but that's just a theory and a guess.
Yeah. And then time of year, Chris?
Late August.
Okay, this is all these recordings are from late August. Okay.
Yeah, August 26th, I believe.
All right.
I got to apologize to Chris because he bugged me for months to get on it, and I procrastinated, so I'm the reason it's so late here.
You son of
Better late than never, Mr. Adam.
Well, I'm trying to learn all this. I'm trying to learn how to do the spectral layers. I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to learn audio, and David's helping me, and Adam's helping me.
It really does take a team, to be honest. This shows what happens when you get a team together.
Yeah.
Versus just depending on one person, because you're always getting fresh ears on it, and it just makes the project more fun. So keep that in mind, everybody. You may be sitting on some gold mines because you procrastinated or didn't want to take the time. So, all right.
If you got hours of audio, I mean, I can understand.
It's tough.
Get time to go through that. You guys are just talking about 6 hours of audio and, listening to it like an hour of it. Yeah, it's very time consuming. So.
I can only imagine there's some gems you're sitting on that you don't know about, Tristan.
I do. I have bunches of files. I haven't listened through all of them. No,
I imagine you're sitting on some
crazy.
diamonds.
I do want to mention, in Chris's audio, I was hearing stuff in the background, like maybe chattering stuff, like maybe yelling at each other stuff.
Yeah.
In between the highs and lows of the screams. So
that's what got me really interested. Yeah, that's why I spent the time listening to the 3 hours of it.
Well, let's play it one more time, and then we're going to move on to the next clip, Chris, that you're introducing.
Play that one you liked?
Yeah. Play it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that good, Chris.
Yeah, wait till the next one. It's incredible.
Okay, here we go.
What gets me every time I hear it is that roar. Do you guys hear that in there? Like that in the middle? That one guy just goes roar. Like he's the boss telling him what to do. It's creepy.
Yeah. I told Chris the first time I heard it, I'm like, these guys sound like they're ready to brawl. They're getting geared up for warfare or something. I don't know what's going on back there.
Very cool. All right, what's next?
Okay, this is the one that David asked for. Here we go. Wow.
Could we do something? That one is a little more subtle. Can we all mute our mics? Go to just mute your mic and let's play it again.
Okay, I can mute everybody's. Hold on.
Oh, well then, Jeff, yeah, why don't you do that in the future?
Wow, that's
See, that makes a huge difference, Jeff. So why don't you just plan on doing that?
Yeah, can do
Did you
that.
guys hear that? What I caught was that ping. It does sound like a sonar ping. Or what instrument was that, David? A clav?
Clave.
Clav. What?
You say potato, I say potato.
Yeah, clav. One of those. But it does sound like that. It's really. Do you hear that, Chris?
Oh yeah, I hear it.
It's like a sonar ping or a clav.
Jeff, there's a clip that I shaved off the yells and screams, and that pinging comes through. It's clicks and pops and pinging. It's the same name, but it says anomaly on it. If you want to play that really enunciates what you're talking about.
Here it is. Give me a second here.
Kathy's bird is going crazy.
All right, I'll mute everybody.
Yeah, put a little hood on your bird with little earmuffs.
Okay, here we go. Wow, that's wild.
What
the heck is going on there?
Yeah, what in the world? It's a very almost like a rod, like a glass rod on a metal, on a piece of metal.
So
sounds glass rod like.
The only thing I told David, I said, the only thing I can think of is that when at our trading post, we had a little miniature shovel and a rake there that we would bury our gifts. At the end, we were burying our gifts under the ground, under stones, under sticks. And we were getting I had pictures of them. I think I sent them to Jeff. And we would come in that Tupperware, and Tupperware containers too. And they'd be outside of the hole. The Tupperware container would be popped. Everything would be gone. The hole in the rocks would be right there next to it. It was really incredible. But we used the shovel and the rake There it is. See, that's how. See where the stones are? That's the hole, and that's where we put the gifts in the Tupperware, and that's how we would come. It was 6 inches from the hole. Tupperware lid popped. Everything inside gone, and the stones. There's another one. See, look at that's how we would find it every single time. That ain't a bear. I'll tell you right now. That ain't no raccoon doing that. That's a big rock.
Yeah.
Have you seen any prints? Any prints show up?
Oh yeah, I sent Dave. I sent some Jeff prints too.
Now, Abe just mentioned maybe it's the sound of bones. Is that possible, David?
I thought it was the rake. See, that's the 13-inch print we found. I tried casting it. That's like in a spring, so it was all wet. I think I sent a picture of the casting too. I think
That's an interesting thought.
What?
Bones.
There's the cast.
Yeah, bones.
How long were you gifting that site, Chris?
6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, I do have a video spectrogram too that I sent. I don't know if you saw that.
Let's see here.
They did love bone marrow. I'll tell you that. That was one of the things they really loved was the bone.
Since this is kind of a visual thing,
Looks like I just got audio from you. Let's see here. What's the name of the file?
Oh gosh. Hold on.
It's called Oh Gosh.
Let me look here. Maybe it's in the. I'm looking at my emails
Gosh.
here.
The ones you sent me were called screen recordings.
Yeah, it should have screen recording in it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yep, here I got it. Give me a second here.
And Adam found brand new stuff too.
Yeah, let it. Yeah, there we go.
Mute us, Jeff. Play it again.
That's pretty cool.
That was crazy.
What I'd like to say is that for the viewers, what you're listening to right now is just the pinging that was in the other haunting track we just listened to.
Correct.
So the point is, David has the ability has the software where he can actually separate out minute sounds from a diverse sound field.
Yeah, I just wonder what that is. It's so distinct.
David, do you have other? I mean, have you had that kind of audio before? People send that kind of audio?
No, it was only because Doug asked me, which I didn't hear, and he did, thank goodness. He said, I can hear a pinging kind of sound. And he kind of danced around an instrument. I said, you mean a clave? He says, yeah, I think
and
that's
I said, no, a clave.
A clave. Yeah.
Clave.
Yeah, clave, French.
But I did notice it, and it just spread out like a sonar ping. It reminded me of the sound effect they used in Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
What I don't think either of us picked up was the percussive sound that seems to be not even connected, but it is. It's connected to the screams somehow.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible that sound is coming from their mouth, their vocal track?
It's a subjective thing. I suppose I could say sure, but I'm not an authority on that. So
Brendan just mentioned it sounds like echolocation.
Yeah, that was my first thought too.
Yeah, on our pings. Yep.
I don't want to meet that bat.
Yep.
If you guys don't mind, now might be a good time to peel back the curtain a little bit on some of the magic we do. Jeff, if you want to play my clip, I'll just talk through it and the audience can kind of see a little bit of what we do. So,
the one that says audio editing 2, that one?
Yeah. And just keep my mic open, though, because I got to talk over it.
Yeah, but you can just manually turn it back on. He'll mute everybody.
Hold on a second.
And then you can just turn yours on, Adam, yourself.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I gotta load it separately because it's
so
Adam uses a different file format than everybody else. So I got.
So backstory is Chris asked me to do a spectrogram on the sound that you first heard tonight, the big scream one. Mm-hmm. So I revisited the original audio on that, and I heard some other things in it, and I decided to bring this up. So here is a spectrogram of the sound, and you can see the 2 light lines at the top there. So go ahead and play it, and I'll talk over the top.
Everybody mute their mic.
Yeah. So if you listen, you'll hear bugs. Audio up. Crank it, Jeff. So what I'm doing here is I'm deleting the bugs. So if it plays back here, is there audio on this clip, Jeff?
Yeah, it was. I don't know what happened to it. Hold on a second. Let me try restarting it.
Yeah. So
might have been because I muted myself. Hold on a second. I gotta.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can keep everyone's mics live. This is just a tutorial, but there is some cool stuff in it.
All right, let's try that again.
All right.
Here we go.
So there's a spectrogram, and I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, the audio just drops out.
All right, try it. See if it'll play more audio.
It completely dropped out. The audio just dropped out.
Oh, it's not.
Could be my player. I don't know.
An audio tutorial. Let's get back. I'll get back to it. But this is a spectrogram, and this is me deleting the bugs and the canidids. How do you say that? Catidids. Yeah. And this is the scream that we heard earlier. It's here, and it's obviously no fun to just look at, but this is how we do some of this surgical editing in the spectrogram. And if we want to come back to this clip later in the show, maybe it'll work again. But
yeah, I don't know what's going on. The audio is just clipping out.
Yeah, without the audio, this doesn't make much sense, because what I heard was pretty interesting. There's 3 distinct voices that are happening in this. There's the scream that we heard earlier, and then there's something happening in the middle there, right in this zone here. And then there's a high-pitched thing on the top. And when you put them all together, you could actually hear 3 different voices happening at the same time. So it'd be really great to hear this clip.
I can hear parts of it. It comes in every 10 seconds. I don't know what's going on.
Is it maybe you need a reboot, Jeff, possibly?
That could very well be.
Why don't you try that?
All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves. So
it sounds important. So
yeah, I'll reboot here.
Well, I just whipped that up today, but that's kind of a little bit of the surgical editing that we can do now with the tools.
Yeah,
David's got some pretty advanced stuff.
It's almost like Adobe. I mean, you're going in and erasing it.
Kind of like Photoshop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Photoshop for sound.
Yeah.
Very cool. And do you want to share what the name of the program is?
That was Spectral Layers.
Spectral Layers. So there you go. So that answers.
Yeah. So Adam, I was looking at the size of the edit that you do, and I have the ability to do like 15 pixels.
Wow.
So that really sharpens up and gets to the point where I'm not adding any artifacts or taking away artifacts. So that really help. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you can literally just draw a line and take out all the bugs, in the background, that like I did in that video. It's
so Eric had an important question, I guess. He's probably kind of joking, but there's truth to it. Can you use the program to remove the vocals from Bob Dylan music?
Yes, yes, you can.
That would be amazing.
On the instrumental version.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay.
Adam, is that program free or do you have to pay for it?
No, that's a paid program. That's the same one David's talking about, but it did come down in price. David
it's now only $10,000.
Yeah. David and I have the gray hair. We've been in the audio industry for a long time. I remember I paid $1,000 for a single EQ plugin back in the day, for one EQ plugin that you could get for like in a bundle today for $29.
Yeah.
So, but David paid $800 for his program. I think I paid $200-300. So,
yeah,
it's not free. Unfortunately, that's not
karaoke version. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the $80 version on the spectral layers, and
there you go. Well, they got an $80 version.
That's what I'm learning on. I'm sure there's the next level up is probably a little bit more intense.
All right, I think Jeff is back.
Gotcha. If it doesn't work,
I'm trying to get. This. I think my computer just doesn't like this file type.
I don't even know what I said. It's a quick time because I had to do a screen capture.
Adam, if you have it, you can share it on your screen, and Jeff can just play your screen.
I'm on a different computer, so sorry.
Well, let's see here. Let's try this again. Give me a second here.
Yeah, 1 second.
Adam got to be different with his different file setup. Okay.
Yeah, Adam.
I had to do it last minute.
Nobody has used QuickTime for 20 years.
That's part of the problem. All right, let's try this.
Got nothing.
Nope, audio's clipping out again.
Well, it does come in and out. The audio does.
Well, just let it play once.
Okay. So those are the bugs, and I'm just literally deleting them, just like Photoshop.
Cicadas.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can see you can literally just get in and highlight one particular sound and it'll play just that sound. All the bugs, all the noise, and everything else is gone.
Very
and
cool.
it's pretty amazing. So it's unfortunately the sound isn't working. Yeah.
Well, that should be very educational for people.
Can you guys not hear it at all? I can hear it actually.
I don't hear anything.
I can't hear you.
Weird.
All right, well, let's move on.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's that file. I just can't get it to work.
Okay.
Is the road and traffic part of the sound that you could take out too?
Yeah. If you can see it, you can edit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yes. There are overlapping frequencies, but generally things tend to have their own fingerprints, and you can kind of see that a little bit. And like David said, looking at the sound instead of listening to it is a whole new talent you got to develop.
Yeah. Eric right now is editing Steve Perry out of all his Journey records. Anyhow, okay, what do we got next?
Chris?
Yeah, Debbie and David. What did David send into?
I did send a couple of Tristan's vocalizations from bumping.
Sure, I got a few here.
Yeah, it might surprise Tristan.
But don't we have the like talking and stuff we haven't even done yet of Chris's audio?
I've just focused in on the singing. That's all that I sent.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, Adam found that's what the clip that he's trying to play is the talking that he found.
Oh, that's the talking.
Yeah. So
I can jump off and go try to reformat it and send it in.
Why don't you do that, Adam?
Can you send it in MP3? That seems to be.
It's a whole.
If you save it in spectral layers as a new file, you can select MP3 as a.
I've already sent Chris the MP3.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine. But I was talking about the tutorial. That tutorial has the stuff in it.
Yeah, but we want to hear the sounds too.
Okay. All right, I'll get them over to.
Tutorial was great. We get it.
Well, you know what? Let me try this. I have a different program to run this file with. Let me see if you guys can hear this. Hold on a second. All right. Let me know if you can hear this.
Yes, but it's not loud.
Did you hear anything there?
Can't on my end.
It's not playing yet. Hold on.
Okay, so let's give up on this now already. Adam, somebody see if you can get an MP3 to Jeff.
All right.
Because it's worth it.
I'll jump off.
Sorry. Yeah, it's just that file format just isn't working with StreamYard here.
All right. While Adam's doing that, let's jump to Tristan.
Sure. Got some clips from him too.
And Tristan kind of definitely started a whole wave of research. Thanks, Tristan.
Yes, you did.
He recorded this very distinct humming, which we became very aware of. And as David continued to research it and kept running into other people, and you ran into the article. Why don't you talk about the article that you...
Yeah, because of you taking an interest in this, Doug, it got and some airplay here, which in turn people turned around and said, I've heard that before, and sent us audio. So it became pretty much a big thing. And then I received an audio from John Andrews, who lives here in Washington State, and he had been out camping with Paul Graves, another investigator in my neck of the woods that I deal with quite a bit. And they had recorded something coming into their camp and creating all kinds of a ruckus. So that was their main focus. But later, a couple of weeks later, Paul called me and said, there was something that was interesting in there that I can't put my finger on, but it was kind of a buzzing sound. Would you want to listen to that? And the buzzing thing tipped me off right away. So I did listen to another portion of the tape, and I did hear the humming. I went back and told Paul that this is a thing, and Paul went back and there was a gentleman who's since passed away in our field here that used to find old newspaper articles regarding Bigfoot. His name is Scott McLean, and he found an article that Scott had found that was about a Mrs. Caulfield from Harrison Springs in BC, Canada. And she went down to the river to wash her clothes, and she heard what she thought was a hummingbird. But when she looked up, she saw a Sasquatch standing there making the hummingbird type sound. So that kind of put everything all together that, we weren't chasing unicorns here, that this is really, we have an eyewitness. And then I think there was another eyewitness. I'm not sure who, but it became well known.
Well, but by the way, I want to jump in here real quick.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that's had development that's happened since then is all of these scientific and medical articles have been published about the health effects of humming.
Yes.
That it kills bacteria. It cleans your sinuses. It sterilizes your lungs, and on and on and on. And it was kind of like ding, 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 ding. Well, hell, that would make sense.
Yeah.
For a creature to somehow know that.
Right.
It does a lot of things too with the brain, and there's just so many health benefits. So definitely recommend you do some Googling. Anybody listening to this, are we going to play the clip that started everything that Tristan recorded?
No, I didn't send that in.
Oh, did you? You did, Tristan, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent Jeff the.
Yeah.
What's the name of the clip?
Bigfoot Messes with Recorder.
Okay. Yep. I got that one ready.
Cool.
All right. Let me get that pulled up. Give me 1 second here, please.
So Diane Fowler says, I've heard of people hearing that hummingbird sound and fluttering sound before. Yep. But no one had ever talked about it. Go ahead. Mute us.
got it on this recorder right here. I put it in a plastic bag. But I had to record off of this recorder to get that audio because this doesn't have a USB on it. So I had to record onto another recorder with USB capabilities.
It was okay. So Diane had mentioned, oh wow, it sounds like he's eating. Yes, you had left what, peanut butter crackers?
A jar of peanut butter and some peanut butter crackers next to a stream, and I had this recorder strapped to a stump with a bungee cord, and then that's what I personally think what happens is it sees or senses the recorder and comes over and messes with it.
Yeah.
And there's no claw marks or teeth marks on the recorder, so when I picked it up, I didn't think anything messed with it, but when I listened back to it, I mean, that's what you hear. So
it's eating and humming. It obviously likes the flavor. Now here's somebody new that says, Diesel Dog says, I've experienced this before. I was getting out of my vehicle in my carport and heard and felt a humming vibration. That's exactly what it sounded like. And you live, Diesel Dog, in a wooded area where it could have been a Bigfoot? That's the question to you. So yeah, Bigfoot num-num sounds, yeah. And of course, Abe says he hums when he eats tacos. I keep trying to click it, but
I'm clicking the same time. All right.
We're unclicking each other.
Go ahead. I'll stop.
Okay, you stop. Here we go. There's Abe's comment of the day to make everybody laugh. Ha, ha, ha. It's so funny. Thanks, Abe. I hum like that when I eat hard-boiled eggs. And it says there gorillas hum while eating, too. Anyhow, it just opened up so much information.
Yes.
And there were so many people. And in fact, we had guests. We had one guest came on. You remember that at the Gifford Pinshaw?
Yeah, where it was all night long.
Yeah, it was all night long. I mean, it was driving him nuts. Literally, it was affecting his behavior. It was so bad. Yeah, like purring.
Right.
So that's what we've kind of named it. I think you named it the Bigfoot purr, David.
I've hum buzz purr, the HBP.
The HBP. Yeah, there you go. So
it's because I call it that because I've heard other people use those terms to explain what they heard. Some people say I heard a buzzing. Some people say I heard a humming noise.
Yeah, and people have mentioned it makes their ear itch.
Flutter. Yeah,
ear flutter. Eardrum flutter and itch like a bug flew into it. Other people have mentioned they've heard it out like farther away from them, but their eardrum is vibrating.
Right, which indicates to me that that's maybe connected to infrasound.
And I'm sitting on, I believe, hours of it from up at Cellgrove. Of this, these weird hums that we recorded on several. Same thing. So, I mean, there's something to it. So
I think the coolest part about it all is it's all the same hertz level.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, Chris?
The 40 hertz. That's when I found out about it a different way than these guys did. I was having activity at my hummingbird feeder here with my wife, and long story short, I started researching into the hummingbird flight. What do they vibrate at? What's their frequency? Because that's what we're into. And I came up with the 40 hertz, and then that's when I told you about it. And then you're like, oh, I got to get David on the phone. And then he called David, and I told David the story. And then he's like, and then Doug's like, David, tell Chris the story about Tristan. And he tells me the whole story. He goes, guess what Tristan's hum hertz level was? And I'm like, 40 hertz. He's like, you're right, 40 hertz. It matched. And there's recordings all across America that are matching that 40 hertz range. And that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's amazing what just a little communication can do in this
and it needs a lot more. We need a lot more. We need people to stop trying to put others down for what they do. And I mean, they waste all their energy on trying to put others down. Why don't they do your energy by working together and trying to solve some issues? You know what I mean? Figure it out. You know what I mean? So,
well, I like the fact that every time we play this, Doug, you get 20 or 30 messages and you should hear this, and some people actually have it recorded and send it to me. So yeah, there's something going on with this phenomenon at this particular hertz.
Yeah. Now, Robert says, I always wondered what sound would draw Bigfoot's attention. Flute, drum beat, or some type of whistle. And Chris, you've experienced or had luck attracting them with sound.
Yeah. We actually call blasted 40 hertz vibration frequency at an area here in Connecticut, and we had 3 of something come in and start hauling rocks at us.
And you're using a 40 hertz tuning fork, as I understand.
Yes,
In
sir.
fact, I remember yelling at you.
Oh yeah, we call blasted up at Snowgrove.
I'm like, I'm inside. And I don't know what I was trying to make myself some lunch. Chris is out sound blasting the 40 hertz. And it was like vibrating my fork. And I'm like, what the hell is going on out there? Turn that off for just a little bit.
And
Wait
then
till
that
tonight. So anyhow, it does affect and it does carry.
And then that night we had an orb show up at Snowgrove like none other. There was like red orbs and big white orbs out on the lake. It was incredible.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
And then we got that weird whatever voice that came across the camera that night. Whatever, I'll talk with you.
Yeah, I have that.
Crazy,
Crazy night. I can play that. I have some of the humming sounds too. We recorded up there that night.
You gonna break another microphone?
Yeah, I might. Let's go for it.
So everyone agrees that is 40 hertz kind of the magic number? Is that what we're looking for?
That's what I'm using. That's what I believe. I'm going to a whole different area this year, and I'm going to see if I can bring these guys in with the 40 hertz. See what happens.
All right.
So I'm going to buy one of those.
Here's some of the Snowgrove buzzing. Whoop. I hit the wrong. Here we go. Tell me that doesn't sound exactly like Kristen's. Tristan, what do you think? Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Is that 40 hertz too?
I don't remember. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the difference between 40 hertz and 400 hertz.
I was curious. You guys were talking about infrasound. What's the range of infrasound? Is that lower than 40?
20.
Below
20.
Below 20.
And can these recorders pick infrasound up, or is that?
That's a debate.
It
depends upon the spec of the maker for the microphone and for the recorder. It's got to be both. And I had this discussion with Doug once before, and he said, well, manufacturers have been known to make equipment out of spec. So that's
all right. I'm going to play that.
But to answer that question, no, we shouldn't be able to record it.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be able to hear it. Thus infrasound. You're not hearing
right.
It. Which is why I laughed so hard when I watched the Brown Note episode of Mythbusters. Because
the Brown Note, I remember that one.
They're standing in front of the speakers, but for TV, it's dumb if you can't hear it, so they put a sound in. And obviously, they say we're playing infrasound, but you can hear it plain as day. So.
All right, I'm gonna play that talking real quick that we recorded at Snow.
All right, so listen. All right, so listen. All right, so listen. All right, so listen.
So that came across the speaker on one of our cameras that were very well hidden. This happened after some rock throwing had hit the cameras, which apparently, didn't you mention, David, was it you that mentioned Shane? Somebody mentioned Shane has experienced that too. And even Cliff has pebbles or rocks being thrown at their cameras.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Things when they notice equipment, they'll try to sneak up on it and throw things at it and just try to get it to move, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's an inanimate object, so it's not going to move.
So is that a Bigfoot saying, I want to talk with you? Well, it hasn't.
I can tell you, I can remember that night. I can remember exactly where I was sitting, who I was looking at. I can remember the whole situation. What people don't realize at Snow Grove, you are in the middle of nowhere. If they're coming in, you're in trouble. You're not we used to throw gas. We would put gas cans out in the boat and line the boats up in case we had to run out to the boats and get in the boat. And that was your only chance of survival if stuff went down out there, because you got nowhere to run except down that dock. And that's it. And
and it's broken into that cabin quite violently a number of times now.
Last time we went out there, we found out a week before they broke into the cabin, or 2 weeks prior, they broke into the cabin again. And
and even broke the windows. And it's scary. And then, then they fixed everything. And then it pushed a tree down.
Yeah, the tree on top of it.
On top of the cabin. As if to say, we don't want you here.
Yeah.
And
did they have cameras? Did they have cameras outside so you could see what's coming?
No,
in?
there's no way to do that. We brought our own stuff up there. We brought Starlink. Adam was smart enough to bring up Starlink, and then we hooked up Wi-Fi cameras.
Oh, okay.
So we had live monitoring, which was really cool in the middle of nowhere, right?
All of us would lay in bed at night with our phones on, checking all the cameras around the cabin.
Yeah, pretty
we
cool.
weren't under attack.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then, but there was a lot of orb activity too. So it just got crazy. And then, was it the talking time when you guys had the thunder knock? When there was,
that was the first trip.
First trip, yeah.
First trip was the thunder knock, correct?
Yeah, first trip was the thunder knock, yeah.
Yeah, which was, I don't know if you want to tell that story. And then I want to get back into some of the Tristan's audio. But
Adam, I got Adam's video again too. We can try that again. He tried cleaning it up. So
well, tell the story real quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
Chris, about the thunder knock.
All right, so we were packed up. We were ready. I'll make it real quick. We were packed up, ready to go. It was the last day we were going to be there. The sun finally come out. It was raining all week. I mean, we fished in the rain. We did everything we could, and everything's out on the dock, all our stuff, and we're just sitting there. And I'm with our friend Bud Honline's on my right hand side, and Adam's down on the dock, and we're just waiting for the plane to show up. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes this knock, and I mean, it's a lot. It's like an explosion in the woods, like God, girl, boom, and we felt it on our chest. It hit us 3 times, boom, boom. And me and Bud look at each other. We don't even say, did we hear that? We both said, did you feel that at the same time? Did you feel that? It was like the wave. If you're sitting in the ocean and the waves were hitting you in the chest, you heard it 3 times, boom, boom, boom. And then Adam's down on the dock, and he heard a reply from the other side of the lake of a knock. But then the lady came and she landed the float plane and doing all her little things that she has to do, check the propane tanks. And all of a sudden, when she goes towards the house, right in back of the house, there's another thunder knock. Just like boom. And we're like, someone's got to go up there with her. She doesn't even know what's going on up there. And she's just doing her own little thing. And then it was the craziest experience. And we got in a float plane and left. And then a little day short.
Was that the same day that you had plank cones thrown at you guys?
Yeah, while drinking coffee on the back porch. It was ultimate.
That was earlier.
Sitting on the back. And not too many people can say that. They were on the back porch of Snow Grove Lake with their cups of coffee, drinking coffee, and pine cones coming out from over the outhouse at us.
Yeah.
That was a good morning.
So, Doug, your recording at Snow Grove of the voice is so interesting to me because it sounds like it's talking. I mean, we can all agree that what we're hearing is communication, language of some sort, but it's not English as we know it. I don't know if anybody else of any other language or dialect has heard something like that, or it's in their language, that they could tell us what it was that it was actually saying.
Yeah, because you think it's like a saw switch. Yeah.
I saw switch it.
Yeah.
that's what I hear. But don't go by what I hear, because everybody has their bias, and that's just you think you hear something. Like I've said before, the sound comes into your ears, but your mind tells you what you hear. And so we all have an independent filter.
We've proven that with that green needle. There's that audio that you play it. If you read green needle, you hear green needle. If you read the other statement, you hear that.
Yep.
And the brain is very weak that way.
The most fascinating thing about your audio was when I slowed it down so that you could hear the nuances and everything. And by the time I slowed it down, I think it was like 3 times. And you can slow things down without changing the tonality, if you will.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like outer spacey kind of thing. But I heard something completely different from what I hear at normal speed. So if you go back to what Scott Nelson says, that they speak at 2.5 times faster than we typically do in our normal language situations. So I just love that audio.
Hey, David.
Yes.
I haven't told you more about that audio, but the day after that we captured that coming across the Wise cameras.
Yes.
I took Chris had brought up what they call a spirit box.
Oh, yeah.
And it scans radio frequencies. So I was using that scanner to scan radio frequencies in every band, AM and FM, just to prove the fact there was no radio interference or any other signal coming up there. There's no cell service up there.
Yeah.
And if it had come across the Wise, it would have, Wise is a security company that is founded on security. So having an audio breach would be a huge breach of security protocols for their company. And the other thing is the audio and the video are muxed together. They come as one channel and in the MP4 stream. And the point is that the video that we saw that night when we were listening to this, the video was fine. The video feed was perfectly fine and was uninterrupted. So if there was some sort of hack or interruption from the server, it would have messed up the video as well. So that audio clip came from the microphone on that camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've always known there are no radio waves up there. There's no static. You can bring an AM radio, turn it on. There's no static. You can go through every channel. FM, no static, nothing.
That's incredible, Adam.
Pure white noise. Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. So what's next in audio, and do we have more stuff we want to play from Tristan?
Yeah, Tristan.
Did we have? Adam. We got Adam's clip now.
Yeah, let's try. Let's see if
Adam's clip.
Let's do the video first.
Let's see if this works.
Please crank it.
Mute us.
I'm not hearing it.
I heard something like a small sound.
Play it.
Can you guys hear anything?
Do you have a volume control, Jeff? Can you crank it?
Yeah, I can hear it plain as day here, but it's because it's a
regular MP4 now.
No, it's not. it's a .mov file.
No.
That's the problem.
So
yeah, the MOV files.
You just got atomized again.
All right.
Is there a way
play the MP3? That'll work.
Well, it's not. Let's see here.
I sent that separately. But okay, so the scream that Doug, the scream that we heard first, that really loud scream, I brought that up again today, and I heard voices over the top of it.
Wow.
There's 2 more people in the background, and that's what the layer thing was on the screen.
Well, that's why we're going to want to listen to this MP3.
Yeah, so go ahead and play the audio now.
But mute us, Jeff.
Okay,
please.
I got that. Give me a second here.
Okay.
All right, mute us.
Is it a different email? All right.
So what the audience should listen for is like woo as the bass thing, but over the top of it, what were they saying, Chris?
I forgot something like, "Are they here? Here they come!" Or
it sounds almost English, but it's not.
Yeah, go ahead and mute us, Jeff, please.
Like caveman stuff.
Okay.
Right.
right at the beginning.
Should we play it again? You guys can hear that now?
Have you muted us?
Yep.
No, you can't hear that?
No, mute us.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I got to mute everybody independently. Hold on a second. Did you hear that okay?
Yeah, we hear it great.
Okay, I have to go through and mute everybody independently. All right.
So what I'm hearing in that clip is, like I said, the bass line of woo, but then there's something in the background going, watch out, and the little voice, and then there's even something over the top that's like doing, oh. So there's like three things going on in there. It's crazy.
Who needs Bigfoot when you got Adam to mimic?
You did that pretty well.
That was pretty good, Adam.
Yeah, it was really good. Seriously, that was a pretty good job.
So all these recordings that we just listened to that just one night has all started from just that one little faint, far away capture. And now this is what can happen when, like you said, when people can work together, get it in the right hands, talk about it, live it, and, give each other's opinions, and then learn how to from them. And I think that this is where it goes. I mean, it just keeps on getting better and better as the weeks go along, and it's incredible.
Can you play that again, Jeff? Now that we had Adam's interpretation.
Sure, I'll mute everybody here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I hear what Adam's talking about. There's definitely at least 2 or 3 layers to that.
Yeah, that's a great clip.
Yeah, you can definitely hear a younger one.
Yeah.
The very last scream, I definitely hear wahoo.
Yeah.
Yep. Towards the end there, you can hear it.
Which is a thing that I'm following all across North America.
Wahoo.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Like the baboon wahoo that you would play.
It's funny because that is the name for these creatures is Yahoo.
Yeah. Yep.
Yahoo.
Or Yahoo.
I have an EVP.
Sorry, David. I had to do that.
I've been calling Yahoo before, so
I had to do that.
Who recorded?
Okay, now that we know that, Jeff, just play. You don't have to mute us. Just play it. I want to hear the
same clip. Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear the Yahoo. Yep, I heard it that time. Yeah, it's like a smaller, raspier child going, Yahoo!
So the coolest part about this is we always thought there was 3 there. We would always find 3 prints.
Yeah.
And when David told me that when he was in the spectral layers and he found 3 different individuals, I was like, "Oh, David, thank you." Because
so did Adam.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it was just a breath of fresh air to know that after 6 years of watching and learning and just listening and focusing on this area and figuring out there was 3, now to have proof of evidence of something there is really great, and that's what I'm most excited about. It's just this helps put more evidence into the pool of their existence, and of course we're not seeing what's making these noises, but you put the story together of the knocks and the rock throws, and when we left the area, the recorder even has one running up to the recorder. We have a bunch of recordings, and it's just.
Well, I wouldn't say it's running up to the recorder, but it's definitely creeping up to the recorder.
Oh yeah, but it's bipedal. You can tell it's bipedal. Trunk.
Yep.
Right after we leave. So it's.
Do we have any more sounds from Chris's?
Yeah, which one do you want to play, Chris?
Library? Just play anything. He can tell us what it is after we play it. Let's do it in reverse.
I think those are the ones that are left are David's.
Okay, I'll just play everything that
This is-
Chris sent me here.
Chris's audio, but David cleaned it up. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. Wow, that's a good clip.
Very cool. Yeah.
I think it's saying who's coming. It doesn't say who's coming. Who's coming? No.
Were our mics muted on that?
No.
Oh, let's do it. Do that again though with our mics muted.
Okay, hold
You
on.
pick up so much more detail. There's a lot
Sure.
of subtle sounds in those.
Boy, that's spooky, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. It's definitely more than one voice. Good job.
Yeah,
David.
it sounded like there was a whole bunch of them back in the woods having a party or something.
Yeah, good job, guys.
So,
what
Now,
else we
isn't
got?
there like a signature, like a fundamental, like David, that you look for all these? Is there like a matching kind of fundamental that you see?
Well,
that
usually-
I'm missing
distinguishes it from a coyote or a wolf, for example. Like,
Yeah, that's the main key. I'd have to spend about 15 minutes to explain that, but you're right. I identify visually that there's an anomaly in the way that the first harmonic looks like it's the main fundamental, and when you can figure out that it isn't, which is a math process, you can say that isn't right. Humans can, but rarely do have this situation where their main fundamental slips into the first harmonic. But it seems to be prevalent in what we call suspect vocalizations, like we suspect that it could be a Sasquatch. It seems like that's the predominant thing, that their main fundamental will slide into the first harmonic. Like I said, I could spend 15, 20 minutes trying to explain it, and everybody's eyes would cross and the show would go to hell, Doug. So,
Yeah. Okay, what else do we have?
I sent a couple in of Tristan's from Bumping Lake.
Okay.
Do you see anything there, Jeff, that's got bumping?
Let's see here. Nothing that says bumping that I'm seeing. Got chatter, singing.
Well, we could play the WC chatter. That's something I recorded in Grays Harbor. That it kind of goes along the line of the singing. It just reinforces that there seems to be a specific yell where they will hold a note a little longer, and it does in fact sound like maybe they're singing.
Okay. I'll mute everybody here. I got to click everybody separate. Give me a second. That's a good one.
Yeah, there's two more, I think, with that same title.
Well, that was the 5 times. That was the 5-time loop. Okay, yeah, there's another one here. Hold on a second.
Jeff's got his work cut out for him tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. This is it's all good. Just a little bit of.
You're doing good, Jeff. You're doing good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. But that was a good one too.
I like that.
They're very haunting, and the scary part is when you're out in the woods alone at night and you hear this stuff for real, and you're like, "What was that?" So,
yeah.
Which other one do you want to play, David?
Are you sure there isn't anything that has Bumping Lake in it?
Let's see here.
Because that would be.
Oh yeah, it's under. Okay, I had a different folder for Tristan. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
I was looking at your folder. All right. I'm trying to keep everybody's files separate here. Got
Sure.
a lot.
Yeah, I understand.
All right. This is a bit of a longer one. I'll mute everybody and let this one play. All right.
Two a.m. in the morning for about 30 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy.
And Adam was just talking about hearing that person. That's the loudest thing I've ever heard. It's like being at a concert, and It was pretty shocking and creepy and scary, but beautiful at the same time to listen to. And that was recorded on a Tascam on my mom's truck. It's just me and my mother in a tent at California camp at Bumping Lake. And that happened around 2 a.m. in the morning. And I just sat in my tent and listened to it. I was kind of afraid to walk outside my tent. But again, like, it was actually kind of beautiful to listen to. And loudest thing I've ever heard. I don't know, like that clip was kind of an amplified clip. Tate did that for his Search for Sabe documentary. But the volume, that kind of volume, is exactly what I was hearing.
That's nice.
And it was bouncing off the mountains around us too, and I think it kind of amplified some of the sounds. But yeah.
Tristan, are you aware that I've heard this live twice at Bumping?
No.
Once I recorded it, and the very first time I heard it was on an expedition in 2006.
Oh, okay.
And it was before my recording days, but it was one of the vocalizations that made me go, damn, I got to start recording.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the other thing too, like, like, you don't really expect this to happen. Like, I'm glad I put a recorder out, but it's like, you have no idea that thing's just gonna happen while you're in your tent. So it's always good to be prepared, and always good to have something running, because you just never know. It's very unexpected.
Did you guys notice the chanting in the two recordings, one from here and one from Tristan? That it's almost like they're doing some kind of a ritual type deal, like it's a celebration or a thing that they do. Or
that's kind of what the conclusion that we've come to over the years. I think, Doug, you were the one that brought it up first, and Tristan, I think you
could
agreed.
also be mating behavior. Possibly.
Could be something happy, something mournful. Who knows?
What month, Tristan? What month do you remember?
That was July 18th, 2020. Right in the middle of July.
Yours was August, right?
Yeah. Mine was August as well.
Patterson was in July, right?
His was October.
October
1967. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting comment here by Diesel Dog. I've heard the recordings that he or she's talking about, recordings of the sounds that the planets give off, and it does kind of sound like that. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
You guys heard that before? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
It's pretty cool.
But keep in mind that those planets are shifted into the human hearing range.
True. Yes. Yeah.
They don't. Yeah. You can't hear.
But still, I mean, it's still kind of a similar.
Yes, it's very similar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to thank Noel.
Yeah. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
Yep, for becoming a member. Okay. What else we got?
I got more clips here.
I sent some more singing clips. If you,
sure. Doesn't matter. They're all amazing.
For sure. David, did you send that the one from that woman in North Carolina? Did you send any of those clips?
I believe so. Yes. One of them is Julie's. Julie Wrench.
Here's one. It's called "Singing 5 Times Loop." Let's hear this one.
That's an Ahu.
So that was similar to what we heard up at Snell, only it went through far more octaves.
Oh, yeah.
And it went on for much longer. I mean, we listened to it for, 20, 30 minutes. And it was beautiful. So I have heard this live, except this singing that we heard came from one individual. And it was funny because my son was with, and he now has got a PhD in sound.
Oh, that's right.
That affected him, I think. Do you think that might have an effect on him to get his PhD in audio and sound, to become a sound research scientist? So, yeah.
All right, here's another one called this. The clip's called "Hey He O" or "Hey Ho He." So That's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah. Do you know a coyote that does that?
Not me.
I don't.
Coyote.
All right, here's another one.
Sounds like
That's a
train-
person that was talking over it. So if you were wondering what that other voice was, so I was concentrating on the singing, but there was some, I think it was around a campfire. Somebody was chattering,
It
talking.
kind of sounds like a train horn.
Yeah, that's another thing that in the areas that I've done investigation with people that have recorded overnight in areas where they have trains coming through, you can almost predict that there will be an upheaval in the woods when you first hear the distant thunder of a train coming. It's like it's a warning system, like get the heck off the tracks or move or something. But I've had a lot of vocalizations happen after I can hear a train coming.
I'm going to keep playing these ones from David. These are great clips.
Yeah, please.
All right, this one here is called "Who is Singing 5 Times Loop."
So female sounding.
Wow.
Can you mute our mic so we can really get a high clarity?
Here, I'll play it again. All right, I'm going to leave everybody muted, and I'll play another singing one here. All right, got one. I think I have one more here that I haven't played yet. Where is it? This one here, I think. Let me start with that one again. Wow. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, you just wonder. Someday, it hasn't happened yet. Someday, I hope and pray somebody gets a video with the ASCAR camera of a Bigfoot vocalizing. Like that would be. Can you imagine? That would be
no kid.
Really cool.
We gotta get more of those cameras out there for people to you can get a hold of for sure.
Yeah, we never know what's going to happen. I mean, just one day we might wake up and somebody will have the magic, perfect storm video.
Yeah.
But nobody has recorded, wood knocking, I don't believe, or any vocalizations. One of the problems is, of course, they do it at night so often. Although I have heard screams, broad daylight, and
wood knocks.
And wood knocks that were very, very close to me, that were not, cougars or foxes. I mean, this was like it shakes your whole body. It came from something very, very big.
Do we want to talk about the tech involved in any of this?
Sure. Yeah, please. I think
we had some questions from some of the viewers there. I know that I used Tascam before, and then Doug hipped me to Zoom, and my Tascam basically kept timing out on me. So I did switch to the Zoom, and I did like it a lot better. My favorite new audio recorder is the Zoom with the
360,
the 4 microphones. Yeah, it's ambisonic is what they call it, ambisonic mic.
Yeah,
and that is my new favorite mic to use, and
probably a bit much for a regular user, do you think? Or do you think just a total neophyte could do it?
Total neophyte can use it. Just turn it on, hit record.
Oh, okay.
The problem is it's pricey. It's a like $300 mic. So most people don't want to run out and buy an ambisonic mic like that. My trick, just for the viewers, there you go. Perfect. Is instead of putting the AA batteries in the bottom of the sucker, I hook it up to a big power bank that you use to charge your cell phone, and that sucker will easily go all night, if not all day, so with a nice 24-hour. Yep. So that's the Zoom 360. It's the 360 degree sound.
Yeah.
So that's one of my new favorites.
Yeah. And the other thing, although I just have a whole bunch of the Zoom H1s because
rock solid.
They are rock solid, and you can still triangulate if you put enough of them, out. But at least get Zoom recorders are really good. Chris, I don't think you have a Zoom, or you use something else.
Oh, I use Zooms. I have the Zoom 360.
Oh, you do?
And yep.
What did you record your last round of sound?
The Zoom H1. The Zoom H1.
The H1. Okay.
Yeah. Strapped to a tree, and that's facing the opposite way too.
Yep. A lot of people, tons of people think they should get parabolics. And I always tell them no, because you have to have that thing pointed exactly to the source of the sound, or you're just going to do yourself far more harm than good.
You have a 90-degree window.
Yeah, it's fine to have one with you. Like if you can you hear something and now you can point it and keep pointing it until it gets louder, fine. But not to leave one in the woods or unless you know the direction of your sound. A parabolic will hurt you, not help you.
One of my best experiences was when I had a bionic dish pointed into the woods where I was suspecting activity, and something happened behind it. And it was attacking a raccoon, and it sounded like a D9 caterpillar coming through the woods, crashing and breaking branches, and all hell was breaking loose. And you can hear the squeak of the raccoon. But
what was attacking the raccoon, David?
I think a Sasquatch was attacking.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Which is why we were in the rock pit. My wife had seen one the previous week in that very rock pit.
A raccoon or a Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
Difference. Anyway, to your point about pointing the direction, the recording does not do justice to what it was live.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hear it swinging sticks and knocking on trees to get the raccoon out of the tree and that it was hiding in. But it was nothing like what I heard live. Nothing.
And Tristan, what do you use? And have you changed up what you're using, or?
I'm using Tascam. I'm still using my old one. Was the 095. I think that was the original model number. And then there's like a new one that I just got recently that has like two microphones on top like this, kind of like two pronged ones where you can kind of, like move them around a little bit, like trying to pin, directional a little bit.
Yeah,
that's what I use. I use a Tascam, but I was going to say the problem with those, in my opinion, is that they only run for like 8 to 10 hours a night, like on one single battery.
Most of the Tascams will use the battery banks as well now.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I got to start putting a battery bank on those things to make them run longer.
Yeah.
Do you think the Zoom is better than a Tascam, Adam?
Tascam's a great recording company. They've been around for 40 years. I love them, but I don't. There's the problem with our Bigfoot stuff is there's nothing out there exactly what we need. Mm-hmm. And I'm designing that right now, and I might have some fun news on that in the future. But yeah, high quality Tascam stuff. But the problem is a lot of them aren't programmable. You can't tell them to start recording at sundown and stop recording at sunup and that kind of stuff. They're very hard on the batteries sometimes. And they're really meant for like recording speech or recording a concert that you go to or something like that. They're not designed to be put out in the woods overnight,
Right. Yeah.
So should Tristan get a Zoom? Is that what you were saying?
The ambisonic mic is amazing. Chris hipped me to the ambisonic one, and I really like it.
Chris has got every high tech. I got to tell people.
Yeah.
He has every high tech piece of equipment that you could ever dream of.
Yeah, and it took me 11 years to strap one of them to a tree and leave and catch the best evidence I've ever got. I got every gadget in the book.
You do. I really give you a lot of credit for that. You really invested your money, let me tell you.
I've traveled. I mean, I'm definitely dedicated to this subject. And
I'd say that's without a doubt.
Yeah.
Even when I'm amazed by somebody, then, oh boy. Because
I'm just like you guys. I'm just out looking for answers. I'm just like anybody else doing this. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Chris and I were talking the other day. We need fewer armchair researchers and more people out in the woods.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be busy this summer, Adam. You know that, right?
I need to work a lot less. I need a job where I don't need to work quite so much. Then I'll be out in the field with you guys.
Yeah, I'm with you. I need one of those myself.
Oh, I work too much. I can't get out of work.
That's my newer one. That's what I'm using. The newer ones.
Cool. Gotcha.
07X.
That's a Tascam?
Yeah, it's a Tascam.
Yeah, that looks like a good unit.
Yeah. The old one that I was using doesn't have like these at the top, or they can be more directional.
Yeah.
And kind of more stationary, so it's kind of nicer that way.
Yeah, well, it looks like a nice unit.
All right, before we go, I just like to add one more thing about the recordings that we captured. I played them. I had my friend is sick right now, and I picked up a couple of my friends to go visit him the other night, and he brought a friend along that I never met, and his name was Mark. And my buddy's like, "Play me those sounds you were telling me about. Play me." So I played him the sounds in the car, and the next day he calls me up. He's like, "Dude, do you know who Mark is?" And I'm like, "No, I never met him until last night." He goes, "Mark is a trapper for the state of Connecticut."
Oh, wow.
He is in the forests all the time. He goes for the coyotes, all the problem animals. He does all the tracking for the numbers and all that. He told me after he dropped you off, after I dropped them off, he says, "I don't know what that guy was playing on his recorder, on his thing, but I have never, ever heard that in the forests of Connecticut, ever." And he's been made a living in the state of Connecticut in the forest trapping his whole life. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, you hear these hunters that say, "I've been out there for 30 years. I haven't seen or heard anything." And, I mean, It's not going to happen to everybody, you know.
No, I'm with you. So, but I thought it was cool that he never ever heard them, and he wasn't a doubter after he heard. He goes, he knows something was making those noises. So
right, yeah. My problem is, you know, we're a bunch of audio geeks listening to sounds here tonight, but what does this do for the research? I mean, like, how can we prove these sounds are what we say they are? You know, that they were captured in the woods and not just recording somebody's faraway beach.
Well, I do think that there's some new audio spectrogram type technology that's coming. It's going to be AI powered. That's going to be really advanced. It's also going to paint 3D images, three-dimensional images of audio. This is all coming. I don't think it's going to be long, maybe a year. Okay. And I think that there's going to be signatures that are going to be so distinct that maybe it will nudge it, you know. And I never say prove, but I definitely think if you can raise the bar and go, holy crap, look at the difference between this and every other known animal in a 3D, you know, where you can look at it from the top, the bottom, the sides. And that's going to be a game changer. It's coming.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Kind of like LiDAR 3D mapping that you can do now, like with footprints.
Yeah, things like that. Basically, it'll paint a 3D picture. Yeah. And that's, like I said, the AI is going to change a lot of stuff for Bigfoot research. Yeah. And although a lot of people hate it and put it down, it's going to help us.
Doug,
what?
Speaking of AI and speaking of audio and speaking of Snellgrove, are you ready for this?
Yes, please.
My daughter called me. She's getting married. She wanted a website. So I jumped on and I learned a little bit of coding. And that got me going. My brain's turning. And I was like, I got all that Snellgrove audio that we haven't gone through yet.
I know.
And it's hard because of all the way the clips are recorded. I wrote a program last week in one day that will it'll gather all those Wise clips. It'll put them all together and I can export single blocks of audio now. So going through the Wise audio from those Snellgrove recorders, it's a doable thing now.
Please.
But you can't make an MP3.
I know we're sitting on some gold mines in there too.
So Adam, can you teach it what to look for?
I haven't gotten that far yet, but it was what I used to do was drag the clips together into known programs like Final Cut or Pro Tools. And it took hours just to make, because everything wants to be high resolution and background processing. But the AI was able to do in under 5 minutes, I can join 5 days of audio together into one clip. And it's so fast and it's so easy now that going through that audio is going to be a breeze now.
So the audio software that I use, like smaller clips, typically anything less than 150 megabyte, which is about a half an hour. So the recorder that I use rotates the file every 30 minutes. So that over a 12-hour period, I'll have 24, 25 files that I can review. I can review a 30-minute file in about 5 minutes if there's nothing of significance on it. But what I'm looking for are the unknown signatures. I'm not looking, I look at signatures. Oh yeah, I know what that is. That's a bird, that's a crow, that's a frog, that's a dog. I'm looking for signatures that, wait a minute, that's a little weird. And then I'll stop it. I'll look at it. And if it's of interest, I could spend another 30, 40 minutes just on that little thing. But where I'm looking for AI to facilitate what I do is to go, hey, that signature is weird compared to the environment.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think that's coming so quick. Even me personally working with AI, I've noticed about every 2 weeks, it's like mind blowing. Keeps getting better and better and better. So it's nuts.
Do you think you can have it? You think you can have it where maybe you can put in that harmonic or that fundamental?
Right. Look for the missing
explore it and
fundamental.
find
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Right.
Interesting.
I think the cryptid world is going to benefit. And it's not going to be all harm. Obviously, the videos from AI that the people are putting out, that's harmful. But there's going to be some tools that are going to be like unreal for us to use. And I think
forensics is going to be amazing.
The next 10 years for the cryptid world is going to be, I think, off the charts.
The other thing that's going to be amazing that AI is doing is it is really good at sorting high volumes of genetic data.
Yeah,
and that's going to help this mystery. So I think we're going to take a quantum leap soon in the Bigfoot mystery. I think the bar is going to raise. I think it's going to open a lot of eyes. And like your hum per thing, Tristan, that started with you, I think is really interesting because that's a sound that people can't say, oh, that's a cougar, that's a coyote, that's a, it's so unique. And it's things like that, these unique things, like maybe this clav or clave sound, the ping, could end up being something that cannot be attributed to any other known North American animal. So that's why I just kind of I zero in on those sounds and go, okay, that's different.
I wonder if that ping is in other recordings. Like
exactly. But see, by us talking about the ping,
people will be looking for it.
They'll be going, hey,
exactly.
Yeah.
I heard a ping in my phone, and then they go back and look, and they next thing you know, they're sending David a ping they recorded in Alabama.
There's a gentleman that has a museum in Los Gatos or San Jose or somewhere in that neighborhood that has mentioned a sighting that he had, and he had heard something, and what he described it as is a sonar ping.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's name this officially right now. Call it the Sasquatch ping.
Yeah.
So let's name it now. So if anybody has heard that, go review your tapes. If you think, oh yeah, deja vu, I remember, whatever. It's important.
Yeah.
Because it's those kinds of sounds that could change this whole mystery.
You heard it here first.
Echolocation.
If
it's like an echolocation, that makes sense. In my opinion.
Yeah, and it could be. We don't know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
These things obviously possess some really amazing, probably very natural tools that they use to survive and hunt and stay safe and steer clear of us.
Well, I do know that if the Ohio howl is a thing, which I think it is. I heard an Ohio howl type come from a ridge top that was maybe a half a mile or so from my
that's
location.
almost okay. Well, let's back the truck up.
Okay.
That Ohio howl struck me always as kind of a sonar-y like scream, like it was so ultra high pitched. And then the Tahoe scream, same thing.
The Tahoe scream is,
same thing. It's like almost like a sonic pinging. It's really interesting.
Well, what I was alluding to was that I heard this vocalization half a mile away on one ridge, and then another mile away or so, I figure, looking on Google Earth, one answered the same type of vocalization. So they do operate together, but they can communicate over miles.
Yeah.
So I think that the sonar ping, if we want to call it that, could be an echolocation scenario, another way that they communicate.
Yeah, the stuff just needs to be looked at harder and talked about and separated out. So there you go.
Well, you heard what else first on Chris's recordings? There you go.
Yeah, no.
Chris, what state was that recorded in again? Connecticut sonar.
Yeah.
So Flat Rock acid.
Yeah, I would say that's the best I've ever heard, Chris, of that pinging sound.
So Flat Rock asks, what about the pop or bubble popping sound?
Yeah.
Did it sound like this? I was taught that by something in the field. Something did a wood knock behind me, and I did my wood knock that I do with, which is clapping my hands in front of my face or my mouth to create a popping sound. I did that, and in return, I got.
Wow.
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 I got that recorded too, David, or bringing my team up around this corner. I said, right around this corner right here is where they do that mouth popping thing. We went around the corner. I did mine. I went, and I told the recorder, that's me doing the. And all of a sudden, 10 steps later, all of a sudden, right in back of us comes the pops. It's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. Do we have any more sounds, or is that it? Are we done?
I'm done. On mine.
I think that's everything.
All right. Well, let's wrap her up. Stay put, everybody. We're going to do our
wisdom,
and then we'll be right back.
Hang tight, everyone. It's now time for Untold Radio AM Wisdom of the Week. Friends who never reach out weren't avoiding you. They were comfortable letting you do all the reaching. Real friendship doesn't need chasing. It meets you halfway. If you stop watering a plant and it dies, it was never rooted. So when the effort stops and the silence begins, you didn't lose a friend. You gained clarity. Good night. We hope to see you all next week. If you liked the show tonight, please consider giving us a thumbs up, leaving a nice comment, and most of all, subscribing and hitting the bell so you will be notified when a new episode is dropping. Also, please share this episode. And now back to Doug and Jeff for our wrap.
Well, thank you guys. I actually felt like we accomplished something.
Yeah, that was fun.
I want to play that the sound Chris's recording I loved. I want to play that, and then after that plays, you can go to our
which one?
Intro. The one I said of Chris's. I said, remember that one because I want to play it later again.
Shoot! I got lost in the. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
I got a lot of clips to keep track of here.
Jeff,
which one was it called?
It was the first one. It was the first clip you played of Chris's.
Oh man, I have a ton of them here. I don't know which one it was.
Oh well, okay, I tried.
Did anybody remember the title of the one that he's talking about?
I don't know which one he's talking about.
One of mine that David did. I think it's the.
It's got a lot of screaming in it.
It's the August 30th one. It's
the one that's got RVB at the end of it.
Okay, that one. Okay.
So, okay, before you play it, though, I want to thank all of you guys for taking your Sunday night and spending it with us. Thank you, Adam, for your great tech breakdown and all the great stuff you do. And thank you, Tristan, for all your contributions. And thank you, Chris, for letting us premiere your sounds because they are amazing. And I think we've got a new, something new that's come out of it, and that's the ping.
Cool.
Sasquatch sonar.
We're gonna call it the Reinhardt ping.
Yeah, I'd call it the Winchester ping.
The Winchester ping. Okay.
All right.
Anyhow,
Well,
thanks,
I think,
Jeff.
Yeah, I think this is the right one. I'll just play this and we'll sign out. So.
All right, sounds good. But thanks,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thanks, everybody in chat.
my dreams ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and I will always know where we belong. This ain't no ordinary love we got going on. I'll pick you up in my 59 Ford. We head on down the road until we get bored. Just you and me and the sun and the wind. If the rain should start falling, we'll head on home again. Everybody else can see where we belong. Oh, ain't no ordinary love we got going on. At the end of the world, together forever is one. And I'll wait if ever you should be in doubt. And I'll pray they never can pull us apart. And I'll wait for the time when we'll be together every day. But I know if ever we'll be led astray, that I'll find my way back home to you again. At the end of the world, together forever is one. And I'll wait if ever you should be in doubt.